Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we have just started as a courteous rearrangement reaction. Look at the blackboard, you can see clearly courteous rearrangement reaction. What do you mean by the courteous rearrangement reaction? How the migration of alkyl or aryl group takes place, or the mechanism of that courteous rearrangement? What are the starting material or the precursor used in a courteous rearrangement? What kind of the side product or the main product is obtained during that reaction? These are the point, some highlighted point or the notable point we have discussed in our previous lecture. So now onward we are going to discuss the rest of the point which are essential for courteous rearrangement. Courteous rearrangement, the starting material is a acyl chloride. It will be treated with a sodium azide. The nucleophilic substitution takes place and we are going to get as a acyl azide as an intermediate, and that intermediate further treated with the, or in other way round, we can use either sodium azide on the treatment with acetyl chloride. The resulting compound is obtained will be the acyl azide, or another alternative method for obtaining the acyl azide is by the treatment of an ester or acid chloride with hydrazine followed by diazotization with nitrous acid gives acyl azide. And if the reaction is carried out in alcoholic or aqueous medium, the isocyanate formed further reacts with the protic solvent to form urethane amine or substituted urea. As we know that when for the courteous rearrangement reaction, the starting material used as an acyl azide, and acyl azide on a thermal decomposition, heat or HNO, there is a elimination of stable nitrogen molecule and the intermediate form will be R N double bond C double bond O, which is known as isocyanate. Isocyanate is an intermediate obtained in a courteous rearrangement reaction. That is a very reactive intermediate obtained. Isocyanate is a very reactive intermediate, and that reactive intermediate we can trap with, or we can treat with various reagent. We will get the different product. Suppose it will be treated with the product, when this isocyanate will be treated with ROH alcohol, the resulting compound obtained will be the urethane. Whatever the derivatives obtained is known as RNH C double bond O, OR is known as urethane. Urethane is a derivative obtained when that isocyanate is treated with the alcohol. The resulting compound obtained will be called as urethane, and when that compound is treated with isocyanate intermediate when treated with water H2O polar solvent, the resulting compound will be obtained is NH2 and there is a evolution of carbon dioxide. The resulting compound obtained will be called as primary amine, and this reaction is step down reaction. One of the carbon atom is less as compared to the starting material, so that type of the organic reaction are generally termed as step down reaction. Here we are getting as a primary amine. When this isocyanate intermediate treated with amines RNH2, we know that the general formula of amines, the resulting compound obtained will be called as substituted urea. Here R NH C double bond O, then N R. This compound is known as NHR, means substituted urea. This is known as a substituted urea will be obtained during this reaction. So here how the intermediate on a thermal decomposition, heating or under the sunlight, there is a evolution of nitrogen occurs and the resulting compound obtained will be the isocyanate intermediate. Isocyanate intermediate is a very reactive. When it is treated with alcohol, the resulting compound obtained will be called as a urethane derivative. When it is treated with water, it produces as a primary amine. It is similar to as a step down reaction. Third one, when it is treated with amine, the resulting compound obtained or the final product obtained will be substituted urea. And in this way, different compound or a different organic compound we can obtain by using as a Curtius rearrangement reaction. So now let us look at how the mechanisms are occur in Curtius rearrangement reaction. That little bit mechanism we are going to discuss over here. As in A part, A is a mechanistic part, A mechanism where acid azide loses molecular nitrogen when heated in inert solvent or when irradiated by light. HNO, loss of nitrogen molecule makes nitrogen attached to carbonyl carbon as electron deficient center alkyl group migrate from carbonyl carbon to the electron deficient nitrogen to give isocyanate molecule through acyl nitrene. Let us see one more. R C double bond O, then N minus, N triple bond N, positive charge on the middle nitrogen atom. N3, generally there are the various canonical form of that N3, as we know that. Now here, after thermal decomposition, there is a elimination of nitrogen molecule takes place, and the resulting compound obtained will be RC double bond O N minus. This compound, the nitrogen molecule depart from that starting material, and this type of the species is called as nitrine, acyl nitrine. This one is known as acyl nitrine, acyl nitrine. This species is known as acyl azide. The starting species is known as the acyl azide. N3 is called as azide. It is act as a nucleophile. But when in this case we are writing as acyl azide, on thermal decomposition it produces the acyl nitrine, and the there carbon to nitrogen migration of our here carbon to nitrogen migration of R take place. Migration how? Let us see here. This R group is migrating from here on carbonyl carbon to nitrogen, which is electron deficient in nature, and the lone pair present on that nitrogen atom, it can form as a double bond with this carbon atom, and after the rearrangement the intermediate obtained, that R group is now connected here to the nitrogen atom through carbonyl group, and the species obtained is called as isocyanate. This species is known as a isocyanate as an intermediate, and that isocyanate species N has only 6 electron in this particular case, and therefore it is known as acyl nitrine. There are nitrogen has only 6 electron here. Nitrogen has only 6 electrons. Nitrogen has only 6 electrons, and then migration carbon to nitrogen migration of R group occur, and the resulting compound obtained will be called as a isocyanate. The two steps, that is first one, loss of nitrogen molecule and migration of alkyl group from carbonyl carbon to nitrogen atom, are believed to take place simultaneously, concerted, or take place at a very fast step, very fast rate. Second point, when acid azide or acyl azide is decomposed in presence of alcohol, the isocyanate form initially reacts with alcohol to form a carbamate ester called as urethane, which we already seen in our previous representation. And now hydrolysis of carbamate ester gives a corresponding amine with one carbon atom less. How that isocyanate can be trapped with water, resulting into primary amines, that I am going to represent here. You can see clearly isocyanate are N double bond C double bond O, lone pair which is present over here. Now when alcohol is treated with this, how the alcohol reacted ROH, the lone pair which is present on oxygen atom can attack on the carbonyl carbon. The electrons are revolving like this, and then migration of this R group from here goes on the nitrogen atom. That is a intramolecular rearrangement reaction takes place, and you will be getting here NH, then C double bond O R. This type of the derivatives form. These derivatives is known as a urethane derivatives. This one is known as a urethane derivative, and that urethane derivative further hydrolyze with water H2O. How it is reacting? It attack on that carbonyl carbon nucleophilic substitution reaction occurs, and we will be getting here R NH C double bond O and O H here. And now when this carbamic acid, this one is known as a carbamic acid, and that carbamic acid loses carbon dioxide in this manner or in this way, and the compound obtained will be RNH2, and that is nothing but carbon dioxide get evolved during this process, and this one is known as a primary amine. This is known as a primary amine in this case. So next point we are going to discuss about, this is all about the Curtius rearrangement reaction. The last part remaining to this rearrangement reaction will be the applications. Now we are going to discuss some of the important application of Curtius rearrangement reaction. Applications of Curtius rearrangement reaction. Let us see first one. Curtius rearrangement is a simple one-step mild reaction which can be used to prepare aliphatic, alicyclic, aromatic as well as heterocyclic amines, and most importantly alpha amino acids. The systematic applications of rearrangement are as follows. Number one, preparation of primary amines. First one is a preparation of primary amines. Preparation of primary amines. Here the systematic application primary amines free from impurities of secondary and tertiary amines can be prepared from ester or acid chloride. Here let us see. Number one, suppose we have here the compound, see the molecule here, double bond O Cl, acetyl chloride, then it will be treated with the reagent. First reagent will be NH2. NH2 is known as a hydrazine, followed by nitrous acid HNO2, and the resulting compound formed or obtained will be this one, double bond O N3, that is acyl azide. That acyl azide further treated with just first one, just heated in presence of C6H6, that is a benzene in inert solvent, and second one followed by hydrolysis H2O. The resulting compound obtained will be the, here we are going to get the compound will be this one, benzylamine. Here we are going to get the compound will be this one, CH2 then NH2 here, benzylamine. This is an aromatic compound. benzylamine. That is a compound formed starting from the phenyl acetyl chloride. This is known as a phenyl acetyl chloride. The starting material is a phenyl acetyl chloride, and this one we are getting an intermediate. Now let us look at as another example which we are going to see here. Second example, B example we can say here. Here the starting material I have taken here C double bond O, C2H5, ester C2H5, and at para position there will be a methoxy group O CS3, and it will be treated with first one hydrogen NH2, and second will be nitrous acid HNO2. The resulting compound obtained will be this one. You can see here C double bond O, acyl azide will be obtained O CS3. Acyl azide further treated with first one, heat it in presence of inner solvent like benzene, and second trapped with this intermediate isocyanate intermediate trapped with water, and the resulting compound obtained will be this one, that is a NH2 aniline type of the OCS3, that is called as a para-aniside. This is known as a para-aniside. Para-aniside will be the product formed over here. So these are the different application or the preparation of primary amines we have seen here, we have discussed over here. Now second one is a preparation of amino acids. Second application we are discussing here. Second application will be this one. Second application will be preparation of alpha amino acid. Preparation of alpha amino acid. And as we know that alpha amino acids are playing very important role in proteins. They are the building block of proteins. Now let us see first one is starting material is taken as an ester over here. Here ester we are taking here are C double bond O, then CH2C triple bond N. This is a starting material is taken, that starting material as an ester here OR then CH2. Here the reactive methylene compound is used or utilized here, and it will be treated with first one. It is a base catalyzed reaction NaOET, and second will be the alkyl halide RX, and therefore due to the reactive methylene group is present, there will be a R gate introduced over here, and we will be getting here R O C double bond O CH R C triple bond N cyanide group, and ester group still there, and these groups were first one treated with H2N NH2 hydrogen hydrate followed by nitrous acid HNO2, and as we know that these are the reagents which convert that ester group into the acyl azide group, and you will be getting here N3, then C double bond O, CH R, C triple bond N. This is the compound formed over here, and when this compound, just heat it in presence of inner solvent like as a benzene H6, C6H6 followed by water, H2O is used as a water. This azide group get converted into as a amines, and you will be getting here H2N, then H2N, H2 here, H2N, then CH R, C triple bond N, then just hydrolyze it. After the hydrolysis of with HCl, that is a hydrolysis, what this compound get converted into as acid H2N, then CH R, C double bond OH. This is alpha amino acid. This is known as a alpha amino acid, which we got here. Alpha amino acid will be the product formed in this case, and this will be the second application of this reaction. Now let us move on to the next application, that is a third application which we are going to discuss over here. Let's see third application. Third one, Curtius reaction can also be used for stepping down the acid series. Stepping down the acid series. For example, if you have a starting material R, CH2, C double bond O, OH, and this acid get further treated with ethanol C2, H5OH in presence of H plus. What do you get? Esterification takes place. You will get RCH2, C double bond O, then O, ET, and that ester group further treated with this one, first reagent, that is H2N, NH2, second one nitrous acid HNO2, ester group get converted into what are CH2, then C double bond O, N3, acyl azide, and that acid azide further treated with just heat it, first reagent in presence of inert solvent like as a benzene, followed by second one will be just hydrolyze it. You will be getting here R, CH2, then NH2. That the primary amine we got over here, and that primary amine further treated with first reagent HNO2, nitrous acid, followed by this is a diazotization, followed by hydrolysis H2O, water, that gives RCH2OH, alcohol, and that alcohol further oxidize with the help of oxidizing reagent. Oxidation reaction takes place over here, and you will be getting here R, C double bond O and OH. Starting from one hydrogen atom is extra over here, and now if you look at here the final product has this type of the reaction is known as a step down process, step down reaction. Or a carboxylic acid with one carbon atom less, carboxylic acid with step down reaction, this one step down reaction, one carbon atom less, carboxylic acid with one carbon atom less, carboxylic acid with one carbon atom less, So in this way we have discussed many application of Curtius rearrangement reaction, how we can get different product by using as a Curtius rearrangement reaction. So in our next lecture we are going to discuss the fifth rearrangement reaction. The name of that rearrangement reaction will be the Lawson rearrangement reaction. What do you mean by the Lawson rearrangement reaction? What are the similarities between Curtius and the Lawson rearrangement reaction, and how we can identify the given reaction is followed by Curtius rearrangement reaction or Lawson rearrangement reaction? That question's answer we are going to discuss in our upcoming lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.